A very good morning to all of you. Hope all are doing fine. In this class, we will be beginning with a new chapter. That is chapter number 21, Degrees of Comparison, Adjectives and Adverbs. I'll ask all of you to open your book, and this contains page number 119. Hope this book is available with you. If you don't have, you can have this material available in the study material section, right? We have successfully finished all the 3 tenses and all its classification, right? Very soon I'll be conducting a test, so keep on revising your previous chapter, right? So yes, always when I teach you something new, I often get very excited, and this time also I am. Hopefully you will be enjoying your class. So in this chapter, what are the things we will learn? The use of adjective and adverbs for comparison. The formation of comparative and superlative forms of adjective and adverbs by adding er and st. About irregular forms of comparison, about comparison using more and most. If you remember, while we were reading adjective, we learned adjective of comparison, right? So here we will learn this degrees of comparison, adjectives and adverbs. What are the usages and how to use that, and what is the main rule to apply when we'll go for comparative or superlative? What does this mean? And so on. So I'll not waste any more time. Let us concentrate on the chapter directly. Adjectives and adverbs can have 3 forms that indicate comparison of quality or quantity they represent. So these 3 forms, that is first base form, then comparative and superlative. These forms are used to show the quantity or the quality of the object, of the thing they represent, right? So let us look at the chart, all of you. The base forms are given, adjectives first, and you will get to see here 3 columns are made: base form, comparative form and superlative form. As we can see, the first in adjective we can find soft. It will become in comparative softer, and in superlative softest. Likewise, strong will become stronger, strongest. Good will become better in comparative form and best in superlative form. Careful, more careful in comparative form and most careful in superlative form. When do we use more and most? When we have more than 2 syllables, not in writing but in pronunciation, we use more and most. Suppose beautiful, 3 syllables while pronouncing. Okay, so here we will use more or most, okay, in the superlative and comparative. But we will not use beautiful, beautifuler, beautifulest. No, right? So the base form does not make any comparison. The comparative form compares 2 people, objects, actions or ideas. The superlative form compares more than 2 people, objects, places or action. So while you are making the comparison, it has to be between 2 people, okay? And when we are going beyond this number 2, we will use superlative form, right? Now, comparison of adjectives. The comparative and superlative forms of most adjectives are formed by adding suffixes er and est, the best form. Yes, as we know, wide, wider, widest. So this er and est, these suffixes are primarily used or more often used while we make this base form into comparative and superlative. This is a common usage. Then a single constant at the end of same sum words is doubled in the comparative or superlative. Suppose a big, bigger, biggest, right? So the a single consonant at the end, that is G, B-I-G, big G, it will be doubled when it will come in comparative and superlative forms. So big will become bigger. Last consonant is being repeated twice. Bigger, B-I-G-G-E-R, and biggest, B-I-G-G-E-S-T. Okay. In base words ending in a constant followed by Y, the Y changes to I before adding ER and EST. Yes, do note this. The base words ending in a consonant followed by Y. Ending in a consonant followed by Y. For example, angry, right? A-N-G-R-Y. It is followed by Y and the before letter is what? That is consonant. Here Y will be removed, and before adding ER we will add I, and before adding EST we will also add I. So the comparative form, it will become angrier, A-N-G-R-I-E-R, not A-N-G-R-Y-E-R. Okay? And angriest, A-N-G-R-I-E-S-T. Same will be allowed for pretty, P-R-E-T-T-Y. So T-T-Y, double T. T is a consonant and that was followed by Y. So it will become prettier, P-R-E-T-T-I-E-R, P-R-E-T-T-I-E-S-T, prettiest. If the base word ends in a silent E, this E is dropped before adding ER and EST. For example, true, truer, truest, pure, purer, purest. What is written? If base word ends in a silent E, true, we are pronouncing it true. That E is silent here. Though the spelling is T-R-U-E, but the pronunciation is T-R-U, true, right? That E is silent here. If it is there, then this E will be dropped before adding ER and EST. So we will omit here that E and we will directly add ER and EST. So it will become truer, T-R-U-E-R and T-R-U-E-S-T. The same rule applies to base words ending in double E. The same rule will be applicable here. What is the same rule? That we applied in the previous one. If we do not have the pronunciation of E at the last, or if the E is silent, we will drop that E and we will add ER and EST. This will be applicable for free when we have double E. So F-R-E-E-R and F-R-E-E-S-T. Okay. So irregular forms of comparison. Some comparatives and superlatives have set forms and are set formed by adding ER and EST. So irregular forms of comparison. Some comparatives and superlatives have set forms and are not formed by adding ER and EST. As I told you, this is the regular form of having comparison by adding ER in the comparative degree and EST the superlative degree. But this is called regular. But we also have irregular forms of comparison. What is that? Good, better, best, little, less, least. So as we can see, the comparative and superlative forms completely differ from the main or the base form, but we are also not using er and est. So these are called irregular forms of comparison, right? Comparison by adding more and most, as I was saying. Adjectives that consists of one or two syllables usually form comparatives and superlatives by adding er and est. Adjectives have three or more syllables usually need more and most to form their comparatives and superlatives. So as I was telling, in the pronunciation, if we have more than two syllables, as I was telling, beautiful, interesting, interesting. So three, as we can see. Here we will use more and most, right? So base forms with single syllable. Kind, it's kind, only one syllable, right? Kind, kinder, kindest. Wise, wiser, wisest. Angry, as we can see here, angry, angry. So two syllables. Angrier, angriest. Lovely, two syllables. Lovelier, loveliest. But yes, base forms with three or more than three. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Careful, more careful, most careful. Efficient, more efficient, most efficient, right? So now we will be practicing the exercise. So open your copies and start doing exercise A and B. We will do exercise A and B for today's class. In the next class, we will be finishing it off, right? So, so that you can understand it well, I have already solved the exercise. Let me present the screen before you so that you can have the help if you need. Okay? So, open your book. The book is already opened. Open your copy and start writing. Wait, I am presenting the answer key to you. But I will request all of you, try to do it on your own. Then you will vary with my answers and let me know whether I have written all the answers correctly. Okay. So as we can see in exercise A, what is the instruction given? Write the comparative and superlative forms of the following adjectives. So certain adjectives are given and we have to write the comparative and superlative forms. So here you will have the worksheet in your worksheet material. Now do this. Young, younger, youngest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Light, lighter, lightest. Brave, braver, bravest. Happy, happier, happiest. Rich, richer, richest. Lazy, lazier, laziest. Deep, deeper, deepest. Sticky, see Y is here omitted and IER and IEST is added at the end. Okay, as I told you that the word is sticky, STICKY. So the Y is followed by a last consonant letter, that is K. So here Y will be removed. Keep that in your mind. Then 10, it's bold, bolder, boldest. Then neat, neater, neatest. Crazy, crazier, same here applies. Y is removed. Crazier, craziest. Lucky, luckier, luckiest. Poor, poorer, poorest. Strange, stranger, strangest. Ugly, uglier, ugliest. Hot, hotter, hottest, full, fuller, fullest, sweet, sweeter, sweetest. Okay. Now we'll go for the exercise B. Complete the following table with the correct forms of adjectives. As we can see, there is a column given, and you can see somewhere this base form is used, somewhere only comparative, and somewhere only superlative, and we are asked to fill in the blank with the asked word. We can do this. Check whether my answers are exactly the same with your answer. So the base form kept empty, comparative spicier, superlative form is again empty. So base it will be spice and superlative it will be spiciest. Same rule applies here. Now different. Here more than 2 syllables. So more different and most different. Now largest is given. So the words will be large in the base form and larger in the comparative. Base form is blank, comparative it's given newer, so it will be new, newer and newest. Blue is given in the base form, so in comparative it will be bluer and in superlative it will be bluest. Dash, less, dash. So here little, less and least. This is irregular form of comparison. Then happy, then 2 blanks are given, happier and happiest. Then dash, dash, worst. It is also irregular form of comparison. That is, first bad is the base form, worst and worst. And last one, dash, smaller, dash, small, smaller and smallest. So these 2 exercises we will be doing today. So here I think all of you have done, and I know no need to check my answers, you all have done correctly, right? So now we will be discussing something very interesting. All of you just close your book and get ready for something really interesting. Okay? Yes. So the grammar portion is over. Now there is an interesting assignment waiting for all of you. What is that? Today all of you will learn how to write a story. So it's very simple. You just no need to follow anything. You will write your heart out, right? You know the rule of comparison. So you can write 3 paragraphs in a story. If you need more, you can write that also. It should have a title. The name of the story should be very interesting, because this is the first thing the readers get attracted to, right? If the name of the story does not have any interesting factor, we may not feel like reading the story, isn't it? So I am not going to give you any story. Rather, I am going to tell you a few lines, and the rest you have to write on your own. You can frame the story the way you want it to be. There is no such watertight compartment that you have to follow this and this should be the central theme. Nothing. I am giving you all the liberty to write. Okay. So the way you want to imagine it, you please explain everything through the pen and paper. So a few lines that are coming into my mind right now, that is, I was sleeping at my place. It was around 2 o'clock. Suddenly, I heard a bang at the door. first I thought it was a dream, but the bang was much more louder than before, and this time I got really afraid. I decided to come down my bed and go and check who is there outside the door. And I just came to the door. I opened the door. ... This few lines I can say. Now you will write who is that I character. You can give a suitable name. Okay. You can add many more things. You can say who is there waiting outside. It can be anything. It can be anything means anything, right? So, and after that what happened, and at last what we means all the readers will get as the conclusion. As I told you, it should be very compact, and a good conclusion will definitely make your story a good one, an attractive one, right? So you will be finishing the way you want it. I am not going to tell you anything. These are the few lines only that just quickly came into my mind and I shared with you all. Okay, so I'd love to check your papers. Please do write it, and it should be interesting. Nothing else I want. And don't forget to put an interesting title for the story, right? And this is all for today's class. We'll meet in the next class. We'll be completing the rest of the chapters, and then we may go for comprehension, because we have not done for so many days. And then let's see, tomorrow is Rakhi, so all of you should have a very good Rakhi, but do not go outside your home. All of you should be blessed and be safe at your place, and happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you. Be safe, be happy, take care of yourself, take care of everyone around you, do study well and complete this story by tomorrow. Okay, we'll meet in the next class. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.